Hello, good day to you. My name's Philip Jones and I've spent my professional career to date helping business owners to find more customers, help people to get customers to spend with them more often, or help them get those customers to spend more money when they shop. And the results that have always come back from people is that, Phil, you've given me a couple of gems, a couple of small sentences, maybe a change in language or a difference in a word or two that's brought such massive results and massive differences to our business. So what I wanted to do was to put some of these magic words, some of these simple lessons down on video so we could share them with the masses and they could start making a difference for you and your organisation too. So we've created a simple series of videos that we're going to host on our YouTube channel. And we've titled this series a simple title, and we've titled it How to Manipulate People's Minds for Fun and for Profit. So if you're interested in manipulating a mind or two and seeing a bit more on your bottom line, then this really could be a series that could change your business. And what I wanted to start with today was some simple quick wins. We all use language every day in our sales conversations and with our prospects with a view in order to, get some better results from them. And I want us to try saying these words in the place of the ones that you're using in abundance at this moment in time. And the first of the words that pops up all the time is a word called if. We talk in terms of if an awful lot in sales conversations. And the trouble with the word if is that it might not happen. Replacing the word if with the word when in your sales literature and in your vocabulary when speaking to prospects brings a hugely different result. Now, I learned this when I was selling furniture for DFS Furniture Group and when I was training teams of people at DFS Furniture. And we would often talk about when people were spilling stuff on their furniture. One of the things that customers are most concerned about is seeing stains on their furniture. Now, if I speak about an if scenario, if you were to spill a glass of red wine over, then it might leave a stain on your furniture. It brings a completely different picture in your mind than if you replace that sentence with when you spill something on your furniture. It will leave a stain and it will be around for a period of time. The picture changes. So how can you replace the word if in your sales sentences with the word when and bring a completely different outcome? So that's number one of the words that I'm asking you to change. Now, the second set of words is perhaps the thing that we hate talking about most. We hate talking about the price of our services. Often uncomfortable to talk to people in terms of our price. Now, how many times do we talk about the price by using that P word? Or worse than that, we talk about it as a cost. Just as we're going to present the price of our services, we say what this is going to cost you is X amount of money. Now, the trouble with a cost is it doesn't bring any returns. Cost is a one-way transaction. Cost doesn't bring any benefit to the user, it's purely an expense. Replace the word cost with investment and people will automatically see that they're getting more for their money by spending with you. So that's an investment in your services that brings huge returns as opposed to a cost that is one-way traffic. Now, the third of the words I'm looking for you to consider is who talks about problems? We often talk about problems, don't we? Problems with our business, problems with our products, problems with our services, problems with our competitors. Problems are big things to overcome. They're difficult. Now, replace the word with perhaps challenge or opportunity. And we can talk about opportunities that we're going to overcome together, challenges that we're going to overcome together, rather than problems that are difficult to overcome. So swap the word problem, replace it with challenge or opportunity, and you'll start to see some big differences when you're talking to your customers. Now, how many of you have paperwork in your business that requires somebody to put ink on that paper to confirm an order? We often have it. It might be contracts, it might be order forms, it might be trying to get a purchase order number for something, but the final decision before somebody agrees to spend money with you is often ink on paper. Now, we talk about signing contracts. Now, alarm goes off in my head when I hear signed contract that this must be serious, this must be a big decision. With big decisions, we push them away for another day. We often put them back because they're difficult to make and we're scared of getting them wrong. Now, replacing the phrase signing a contract with I need your autograph on a piece of paper softens the blow. Makes the decision easier to make, and it means that you get to a result which is signed contract quicker purely by asking for an autograph on a piece of paper. Now, often when we're talking about people buying into our products and services, we talk in terms of when I sell to you. So when I sell you 100 of these, then you're going to feel infinitely better. Or when I sell you your new car, you're going to feel fantastic driving down the highway. The problem is the ownership of you talking about what you're going to do by selling to them means that they're feeling a decision is being pushed upon them. Swap the words when I sell to when you own, and the impetus has changed completely. So when you own your new car and you're driving down the highway, how will that feel? Completely different to when I sell. So can you swap when I sell to when you own? Because if you can, you'll see a huge uplift in your conversion rates. Now I'm going to leave you with a final set of words that you can change, and a set of words that perhaps comes from the amount of times that people use internet search engines. One of the most common words typed into Google to preface any item or service is the word cheap. Cheap flights, cheap train tickets, cheap software, cheap iPods, cheap anything gets searched more than anything else. The trouble with the word cheap when referred to products and services is it often doesn't bring the best connotations to what follows. Now if I was to ask you to complete this sentence for me, I'm pretty sure that you're going to come up with one of two words. If I was to say something was cheap and something, what would the word be that follows? Now I'm guessing it will either be number one, cheerful, or number two, nasty. Now if you were talking about your products and services, I'm pretty sure that they would not be either cheap and cheerful or cheap and nasty, and those words don't feature in any of your company straplines or any of your personal kind of mission statements. So if you're talking about maybe one of your items that is, less expensive than one of the others, maybe you are highly competitive in your marketplace and that you do offer some of the best pricing when compared to your competitors, that's great. But swap the word cheap and replace it with good value, and what you'll do is you'll find your customers will find comfort in being able to buy from you, and that you'll be more confident in delivering your price with impact and therefore getting more results. So those are 6 simple words that you can start using in your vocabulary that bring different results. Now across the series I've got some simple sentences, solutions, strategies that are really going to impact upon your business, that are really going to change the results that you get just by changing a word or two in your sales strategies. Now I hope you found that useful. Thanks ever so much for listening to me, and I look forward to speaking to you again real soon.